Robinson blows.
Cam Robinson is booty.
I don't think I've seen an offensive lineman that's so bad at their job.
I have, but not.
That's right. I'm sorry. It
salary.
was the 2020 FSU Seminoles.
That,
But they're college kids, so they can learn.
I was thinking Tony Pashos.
Oh, an ode to the old, what was it, 79?
Yeah, I think we went over his number already. Speaking of which, we're on episode 82. That's an easy one.
Jimmy!
So instead of going Jaguars, let's go with other number 82s.
All right, give me a minute.
I got you.
Go who?
Jason Witten.
Man.
That's a good one. I mean, he's
Overrated.
Good. Okay. John Stallworth.
Okay.
3-time Pro Bowler, All-Pro, Super Bowl champ. Jim Houston. Way back in the 60s, early 70s. He's also a champion. Ozzie Newsome. Tight end from the late 70s to 1990. Also, he is in the Hall of Fame. So you've got two guys in the Hall of Fame that wore 82. I think a third, Jimmy Smith. 862 receptions.
The GOAT.
1,200 reception yards, 67 TDs, 5-time Pro Bowler.
And
technically a Super Bowl champion.
Whatever. To my knowledge, I'm pretty sure he does still hold the record for most fantasy points in an NFL game.
He does, yeah. You're right. I forget because
it always comes up when some receiver goes absolutely the hell off in a week and it still does nothing compared to what Jimmy Smith did against the Ravens. I think he had like 15 catches for 200 and something yards and 3 touchdowns. So he went off.
It's good stuff. I mean, back having the old lefty and Brunell throwing to him that was just art to watch that offense play. But anyway. Hi, everyone. Welcome to episode 82 of Dimes on Duval, presented by Nerdy Nuts.
By the way, I want to give a shout-out to you last week for handling the solo episode last week when I was out with the flu, and Skylar couldn't do to work, I believe. I think it was work, yeah. So, shout-out to you for handling that episode, because that was a very good episode. If you have not listened back, go ahead and listen back to it. It's about 30 minutes. Very good job by Keith, so shout-out to you.
Hey, appreciate it. I'm glad you enjoyed. I hope everybody listened to my awesome Christmas light analysis at the end of that one. I definitely missed you guys on that episode, though. Definitely wanted to.
Oh, and I did not appreciate in episode 80 you guys talking about NASCAR for 10 minutes. I literally was like, oh my God, enough of the NASCAR.
You know we had to. You weren't there.
That's true. That would be baseball, but.
Touche. Well, there's not really much to talk about besides that we were all wrong on our predictions, and I'm really sad that the Phillies just reloaded with Trey Turner. So
yeah, well, did you see the fake news that came out about Aaron Judge?
No, was that today?
Yeah, Aaron Judge apparently, according to John Heyman, had reported that Aaron Judge was going to the Giants. Then he backtracked. He said it's still not official.
So it's one of those where it's like it could still be happening. It's not just like ball sack sports.
No, it was actually
okay.
John Heyman who tweeted it and
Hammond.
Heyman.
Oh.
Yeah, he actually tweeted it and he said apologies. Or Giants say they have not heard on Aaron Judge. My apologies for jumping the gun.
Okay.
So yeah, Bleacher Report broke it and everything, and it just went kind of.
I hope he does. I'd love to see him not in the Bronx.
Anyone but New York, I'm good with. So. Because New York is one of the most overrated franchises in baseball.
New York, anything is overrated and everything, if you think about it.
That's true.
Anyway, we've got a lot to talk about. I got to give Mike his platform since he wasn't able to talk about the Noles roller coaster. We've used that word a lot. Roller coaster victory over the Gators. We're going to talk about certain people that declared for the draft and certain people that did not declare for the draft. And then, of course, we'll talk about the miserable performance by the Jaguars at the Lions. I, for some reason, typed in Colts, and I know that's wrong, so I had to catch myself. The Lions L, which was the worst loss of the season, numbers-wise.
I'll comment on that in a minute.
Yeah, and then, we'll wrap things up, and let's just go ahead and get right in. So first, go ahead and give your notes, comments, whatever, about the Gators versus Noles.
About the Gators Noles, that game was one of the most exciting games I can remember watching in the rivalry. It was a back-and-forth affair.
Instant classic, according to the old college football games.
I mean, it was a classic. Like, if you look back at the Florida State-Florida rivalry, there's not been one close game between the two teams in the last decade.
Yeah.
It's been usually a one-sided affair, and last year was an ugly game where Florida did win by 1 point. So, or was it? Maybe it was 2 points, but it was
very close. Yeah.
It was within one possession. Not a good game. But as for what happened a few weeks ago on Black Friday, it was a very good game. Jordan Travis and Anthony Richardson both put on a show on the ground, not in the air, but on the ground. Ricky Pearsall can just start going, apply to be a New England Patriot because he fits the perfect mold of a Belichick receiver because holy crap, he got open way too often. Again, the Florida defense stinks. Maybe.
Not great.
But, I mean, the offense showed up. Jordan Travis showed up and started a Heisman highlight reel for next year. And I'm not sure if Florida State fans saw this or Florida fans saw this. It was their last time seeing Anthony Richardson in the orange and blue, as Anthony Richardson did declare for the 2023 NFL Draft, while Jordan Travis decided to say he's not done yet. He still has work to do. And what I believe is his goal is to win an ACC championship and potentially, obviously he's not going to say this, but the fans will, be in Heisman consideration for next year. He has all the tools to be a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. We may not win a national championship, but man, he will put us in contention. We have a better schedule. We have a, tougher schedule, I would say. We have LSU in Orlando to start the season. We have the Gators in Gainesville. We have the Hurricanes coming back to Doak. And we have Clemson in Clemson. So we have a tough schedule next year. Just a matter of when do we play all these teams, we'll find out. But I do believe Jordan Travis will be a top 3 candidate going into next year as a Heisman Trophy finalist. Hopefully he balls out and leads us to at least an ACC championship. I'd be happy with an ACC championship. He'd be remembered forever if he does that because he transferred over from Louisville. A lot of fans wanted him out, including myself. And he has showed up, and I love how I hope that everyone heard the train, but
not a train, a truck that just had a train horn.
Oh, well, it sounds like a train.
Yeah.
I do believe Jordan Travis is going to be a very good quarterback for Florida State next year. He is a great college quarterback, and those are my thoughts on the Noles and Gators because now that's 2 weeks old. We're not talking about the past, especially 2 weeks ago.
You're good, yeah.
I just had to say my thoughts because obviously I could not talk last week.
Well, so we finished 5-3 in the conference, 9-3 overall. If you look at the ACC standings, Clemson obviously went undefeated in the conference at 8-0, 11-2 overall. DJ Uyunglele has entered the transfer portal. Obviously, he's been benched a couple times this season for, I don't remember the guy's name, to be honest with you. But
the Clemson quarterback?
Yeah.
Cade Klubnik.
That guy, yeah. Right here. Wait, his number starts with a 2?
Yeah. His is 2, DJ's 5.
Oh, the way it looks right here, it looks like there's another number, but it's 64's tummy that pokes out.
God,
Sorry,
what a fatty.
Bad radio. But, okay, yeah, so Klubnik is looking like he's going to be the quarterback of the future. I don't know. I've seen quite a few Clemson guys that have entered the portal now. DJ
entered the portal himself.
Yeah.
Was supposed to.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, he did, but like multiple other guys have too. I don't know if Clemson's got their they might be loosening the saddle a little bit. They might
hope
be
to God it is
falling back. I mean, I'd be happy with it. Obviously, other ACC teams would be happy with it, but this is the perfect time for Jordan Travis to come back and mount an Atlantic Coast Conference championship.
There is no they said Atlantic Division, but Atlantic Coast.
Atlantic Division. Yeah.
Well, there's no more divisions after this year. This is the last year of divisions.
This is the last year of that.
Next year we get rid of divisions, so it's the top 2 teams. And basing off the standings, I think we'd still lose out to North Carolina, but hell, next year it could be Florida State, Carolina in the ACC championship game. You never know. Clemson could be on the downturn. Hopefully, for God's sake, hopefully.
Yeah, you watch some like random team like Duke will just take a leave.
Hey, Duke's in pretty good with Mike Elko. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, 5-3 in the conference is good for them, but that's good for them. I do want to touch on the bowl game. So, Cheez-It Bowl, December 29th, 5:30 p.m. in Orlando. You already mentioned it, Camping World Stadium. The 9-3 Florida State Seminoles face off against the 6-6 Oklahoma Sooners. Now, Mike, let me go through Oklahoma's schedule real quick.
First off, by the way, if you really want to know how good your team is, I think this is a good point. to understand how the bowl games work. I think if you're a good team, you usually play after Christmas. If you're a bad team, you play before Christmas.
Oh, that's always been the standard, yeah.
So Florida, you play before Christmas. Sorry.
Yeah, we're getting there. Stop getting ahead of yourself.
I just had to.
So they finished.
Oh, in Miami, were you bowling? Oh, that's right. Yeah, sorry. Good luck next year.
Catching strays, and they're not even being talked about. Anyway, 6-6, 3-6 in the Big 12. They marquee win, I guess, is against number 19 Kansas, and that was 52-42 in the final of that one. They lose to Kansas State, which is a good loss. TCU, Texas, Baylor, West Virginia, Texas Tech.
Hold on, they got absolutely smoked by Texas. Don't
they
ignore that.
They got blanked. Yes,
they put up the same amount of points as we did against Texas. So
yeah, 49-0 in that one. That was an embarrassment. They beat Oklahoma State. It's their final win, but they only won one of their last 4 games. Not the Oklahoma Sooners that we've known for the last, 5-6 years.
Decade.
Yeah. Dylan Gabriel, he gets the job done, but not that great. I think Florida State should have no problem here.
They should take care of business, and from what I've seen, I believe all the stars are playing in the bowl game, such as Jared Verse, Jamie Robinson.
Anything says otherwise.
Now, they're practicing, so we'll see if they will actually play, but I think it'll be a thrashing, and I do think it's going to be a high-scoring game between Florida State and Oklahoma. So
I agree.
Granted, we've only beaten them one time in our history, so.
Well, yeah, we don't think about that. Not the national championship game. Ugh, awful. 2 points. Anyway, I did want to just touch on, before we get to the Gators, Keyshawn Helton is entered the portal, receiver.
That just
didn't get a lot of playing time. It was a couple hours ago.
I haven't seen today's news.
Yeah, so he enters the transfer portal, as well as
Amari Gaynor. I know that.
Amari Gaynor. I thought there was one other lineman that I had never heard of. I don't really know. Never mind. I could be. Oh, no.
Yeah, okay, from what I've seen, they've only lost 2 players.
But the key thing with Helton is he comes out and he says nothing but kind things about Mike Norvell. And that's big to me, He doesn't say, the cliche bullcrap answer. He actually says, I've loved everything Mike Norvell has done for me and my team, or me and my progress. He just has talked so highly of this guy. He's actually basically helped recruit with his departure, and I think that's awesome.
I'm looking at his post that he posted today. He put a pretty lengthy statement, and you don't really see that from player. He was definitely FSU through and through, from when Taggart recruited him to now with Norvell hanging on to him and having him develop over the last 2 years. So I think that he'll be fine, and I think this will be a good message for any future Seminole that does come over via the transfer portal. Absolutely. Or even the freshman receivers coming out of high school.
Absolutely. And you already know that we are very successful in the transfer portal, and it's young life so far. We've gotten some great guys to come into this program, so hopefully that success continues, as well as bringing in some recruits. So jumping over to the Gators side. This is a team that has lost, I don't know how many guys to the transfer portal this year. Right off the top of my head, I can't name names, but I've seen at least 5 guys.
They also lost another quarterback to another off-field issue. We're not going to discuss that. You can look it up yourself. I'm not going to get into it.
I'm going to talk about that in just a second in a different way. But you have Anthony Richardson declared for the NFL draft. I want you right now, Mike. Is he a first-round pick?
No.
Is he a second-round pick?
No.
Is he a third-round?
Yes.
I think so, too.
Now, barring an outstanding combine, pro day, that stuff will have him fly up the charts, a.k.a. Zach Wilson. He will fly if he has great measurables, great...
he's 6'4", 232. That's already a good start, I still think, and I've said this from the beginning, I still think another year would have really helped him. I understand you want to get your bag, but you can now get a bag in college too, and he just didn't do it for me. 17-9, 2,500 yards.
Yeah, he he's looking ahead. I don't blame him. He can definitely get some money and develop in the NFL. If he goes to the right situation, he's gone. No one's surprised. I'm not surprised he's gone. As I said a few weeks ago.
I mean, you were 60-40, and I was 80-20 that he was.
And
leaving.
then I remember after the last episode, the one with you and Skyler, you
flipped. I did flip
you
a
went
little
to
bit,
2080. I felt like
no, I didn't go that deep.
You went lower, but I still felt
60-40,
pretty confident he was going to go. Like if you're projected to be, I mean, he might go first round. He could be. A team could fall in love with his measurables, like I said, and develop him and not play him his first year. He could turn out to be a really good quarterback. If not, then it's going to be like, well, that was a waste of time at UF.
I'm just trying to think of some guys or some teams that would maybe make that leap, like
Steelers. Not Steelers anymore.
Looking at some of the bad teams out there, you've got, obviously Houston's going to be way too high for them. They're not going to make that jump unless they jump from like the second round or something else and do so. But I don't really see a team where it's just like, yeah, that's my QB.
Raiders. Have Carr for another 2 years. Could work. Denver, who God knows what they're going to do with their quarterback situation.
They can't, man.
They can take a quarterback. Develop them.
Well, yeah, but, oh, God.
Cleveland, with he who shall not be named.
I think they're set with Brissett.
Brissett's not. He's going to get a starting job somewhere.
You think? Yeah.
Brissett could go to New York.
He'll go to, like, Carolina or
go to New York.
Yeah.
Indianapolis needs a quarterback.
I guess there's more than I thought. Anyway, I still don't think he's a first.
Giants, Washington. There's a lot of teams that need a quarterback.
Washington.
Heineke's not their future quarterback.
I guess we'll see. I mean,
you have Arizona, who could be looking for a new quarterback, new head coach.
Yeah, a lot of new things out there.
Yeah, well, I hope they just 2 more losses and my bet cashes.
So back to the Gators. So they're 6-6.
Oh no, 1 more loss on my bet cashes. Come on, baby.
So the Gators play in the Vegas Bowl, I think is what it's called, Allegiant Stadium, on the 17th of December, like Mike mentioned, before Christmas, against the Oregon State Beavers. Interesting how that works. So Oregon State, is 9-3. The Gators are 6-6. Wouldn't it make more sense for Florida State to play Oregon State and the Gators to play Oklahoma? Since they're both 6-6 and we're both 9-3?
There's a reason for that. I'm pretty sure it has to do with the bowl tie-ins that they preset. So like the third best ACC team plays like the 4th best Big 12 team or something like that.
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't the Gator Bowl ACC, SEC?
Yes.
Is Notre Dame considered ACC?
Technically, yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you for that. So anyway, Oregon State.
I think it's a bunch of garbage, but
I agree. 14th ranked Oregon State Beavers, 9-3, 5th in the Pac-12. They have good wins against Oregon at the end of the season.
Yeah, they haven't really played anyone.
They really haven't had a lot. They've lost against ranked USC, ranked Utah, and at Washington this year.
Those are their 3 toughest opponents, and they lost all 3. But they did beat Oregon.
Kind of the path that we took, We lost the toughest battles that we had.
Well,
we had a good win against LSU. I mean, but it was still early in the season.
That Oregon game, I actually bet on Oregon. They were up 3 touchdowns, I believe, and they blew it.
Yeah, they did.
So Oregon Ducks can go F themselves.
That game, funnily enough, the bowl game, 2:30 in the afternoon.
Wait, what day is it?
The 17th of December, which is...
That might be in the middle of a World Cup.
No, it's Saturday.
That might be in the middle of the World Cup, so that means people are going to be watching the World Cup over the Gators.
Hey, shout out to Morocco for that dope win today.
Nope, sorry. Saturday, December 17th, there's a game at 10 a.m. So.
Well, still, Morocco. You see that shit today?
Yeah, I did. That's the 3rd place game. No one cares about 3rd place, so people are going to watch the Gators over the 3rd place game.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's their bowl game. The Gators looking to have a winning record in their first season under head coach
Billy Napier.
Yeah, I was literally talking. I was looking at Nick Saban. All I could think of was Nick Saban's name. Anyway, okay, yeah. So the name to remember, I guess, would be. God, they don't even have any dope stat guys.
We don't know. Everyone could be opting out. You don't know yet, so don't even bother.
Speaking of which, Anthony Richardson has already said that he's opting out, which you probably already guessed. But
we already mentioned it.
Oh, I did mention it?
We did. I did.
Oh, I don't remember you mentioning it. I'm sorry.
God.
My bad, dude. Work's been a lot this week, or this past couple weeks. I was at Atlantic Coast today, and that was just weird for me.
How was it stopping back at the old stomping grounds?
You know, it was cool to see like nothing has changed, like the desks, the chairs.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, the only thing different is so Atlantic Coast is like, I know we never talk about high school, but I just wanted to add this real quick. Atlantic Coast is like the second largest school population wise in like the district. So like we had pods where we had 4 classrooms in a little common area. They took that common area and put up fake walls, and now it's a 5th classroom.
Yeah, so it's funny when we had our reunion at Kenny about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember the pavilion? I don't know if you remember
The senior pavilion.
The senior pavilion, like
Yeah.
right outside, right by the 200 building.
Yeah.
That is now a classroom. They moved the lockers are like it's walls. It's a classroom. Things. It's definitely pretty cool. It's an upgraded classroom.
Wow.
Upgraded a classroom and an office. It's very cool though.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, trust me. Seeing school after 10 years is very different.
I know. I said that in front of the class. I was like, "Hi everyone. I was in your seats 10 years ago," and I'm like, "Oh my god, I feel old as hell."
Yeah, I didn't see any of the high school people, thank God, because I would feel really old because, well.
You know, it's funny though. High school students are still high school students. They act exactly the same. There's always the one annoying kid. There's the loudmouth. There's the kids that don't pay attention. The kid that's just listening to music the whole time. Nothing changed.
Okay, so
Public school's a little different than private school.
Well, I mean, it still has the same thing. There's definitely loudmouths. Like you said, loudmouths.
Yeah.
People don't
Or like
pay
getting away with all the
attention.
phones and stuff is
Phones,
different,
dipping, I'm sure, all of it.
Oh, the dipping. God. I remember somebody used to dip at Kenny and spit on the classroom
I
floor.
think I know who you're talking about. We're going to talk his name after the pod.
Yeah, of course. Okay, so anyway, I think that was a pretty good segue. We're gonna go back to the Jags, okay?
Oh, God. Do we?
I'm sorry, we have to. It's a part of our name, man.
Dude,
you
the
know?
Jaguars defense. Go ahead and start the transition,
The
please.
Jacksonville Jaguars lose to the Detroit Lions 40-14. The worst loss of the season. Potentially one of the scariest games for us as Jags fans this season because we thought Trevor Lawrence either blew out his knee, broke his leg, did something. Every time they showed the angles, it just got worse for me. And then the son of a gun walks back out from halftime like, I'm good. How did that... Man, he must have some good genes. I don't know. That was the only positive of the game, seeing him come back out. Everything else was a
That was
shit
the
show.
only positive, just seeing him just not being carted off. Otherwise, that was a what's her face? A Sarah McLachlan special. That was an embarrassment. You know how Lions attacking a Jaguar. That's literally what it was. It was animal cruelty. Because I have never seen an NFL defense get absolutely shredded like they did on Sunday by the Lions.
Jared Goff, 31 of 41 for 340 yards and 2 touchdowns.
They didn't punt the ball one time.
No. And it's funny because somebody said something about Jameson Williams.
Jameson Williams, yeah.
Was supposed to be in like certain punt formations, but they never had to show it.
Yeah,
he
because
never
they
went
didn't
on the
have
field.
to.
They didn't have to punt, yeah. Mike is holding his temples right now in the classic like I'm stressed pose. So
I have never.
Keep going.
We spent so much money on the defense, and for what?
So much money.
We have spent so much money, so much draft capital.
The biggest cap hit in Rayshon Jenkins and Roy Robertson Harris. Those are the 2 highest cap hits on this roster right now. You have the guys drafted, like you were saying.
Josh Allen, see ya. Trayvon Walker, God, if you don't step up in the next year, you are going to be a bust. Like, this was a game where the defense needed to step up, and they didn't show up. And the offense, in the opening drive with ETN fumbling, fine.
Yeah.
But my thing is, what happened between last week and this week? Last week, the Texans, the Ravens had 3 drives. They're driving. The defense held them to 3 points each drive, total of 9 points. The Jaguars, let's just let DeAndre Swift run for a touchdown. Let's let Jamal Williams run for a touchdown. Let's let whoever the receivers are, I don't even know their... Amon-Ra St. Brown, just torch us. DJ Chark had a fucking sighting after 3 years.
A 40-something yard reception, yeah.
He had over 90 yards receiving. He I don't understand this defense. And then on another issue I'm having.
To cut you off real quick, I'm sorry. I know you're about to get into that. We did only allow exactly 100 yards rushing. I mean, to Jamal Williams, the best running back in the game right now, touchdown-wise, he only had 35 yards.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I'm just trying to shed some light.
There is no positivity on this team.
Okay, continue.
Because when you're up 40-14, why would you run the ball? Just keep throwing the fucking ball. If you're up 7-0, throw the ball. 14-0, throw the ball. 17-0, whatever the fucking score. It was an embarrassment. I have never seen an NFL defense get torched like that. Even the Texans, when they're at their worst, are not as bad as this. The Jaguars, when they had and they started 0-8 under Gus Bradley 8 years ago, they were not this bad. Like, there comes a point, is it scheme? Is it coaching? Is it players? And if it's players, who's at fault?
I think they're all at fault.
No, it's number one, Trent Baalke. He's the one who built this defense. And this goes back to Baalke whatever the fuck it's called, master class. Yeah, you're about to get your ass fired if you don't keep it up. The Titans just fired their general manager for making a damn trade of their best receiver.
Yeah.
Which I think is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I think so too. But, okay, well, we're going off of that. We talked about at the beginning of the season, and I know a lot of people did, they liked the decision of drafting the 3 defensive players in the first 3 rounds.
Yeah, and 2 busts right now.
I didn't like that. And everybody was like, oh, come on, this is good. We get some depth, whatever. What depth?
Muma looked like garbage.
Yeah,
he looked like garbage Sunday.
Yes, and he's been the best of the 3 because the other 2 have stunk. Devin Lloyd was okay in the beginning of the season, but I don't know if he got hit by a train or something like that.
He has fallen off to a point of mediocrity.
Yeah.
He is now not usable. The defense is a joke. And then just enough. The defense got shredded as they should, but I have another question. I have another concern. Sure. That offensive line, that left side, Cam Robinson is a waste of space, is one of the worst offensive linemen I've ever seen. How do you not block on that play where Trevor gets hurt? He got bull rushed. And he's been in the league how many years now? 7, maybe? 6?
6, 7, yeah, something like that.
6 years too long because he should not have been a fucking draft pick. He is ass sorry. And you'll hear later on in the episode, once we get to the end of this, one name I'm bringing up as an offensive tackle replacement. Trade Cam Robinson. We've been saying this for years on this podcast. Trade Cam Robinson for a bag of chips. I don't care. I am over it.
Doritos, preferably.
I'll take Lay's original because at least it has some substance. This guy is a waste of space, waste of money, and as Uche Nwaneri has tweeted, he is robbing the Jaguars blind. Like, it is ridiculous of what Cam Robinson is worth to this team because he should really get Trevor Lawrence to sue him for malpractice because he's not doing his damn job protecting his blind side, my ass. I'm surprised Trevor hasn't been killed yet by Cam Robinson. Same with Jawan Taylor, but that's another story. Jawan Taylor's been like shit the last month and a half.
Yeah. Potential out 2024.
God, another year. Oh my God. Please help me. The defense was just abysmal. The offensive line, just as bad. The running back, ETN, what the hell? I thought we were done with this fumbling issue. And he fumbled the first fucking play of the game.
Yep. Was it the first play?
First or second, whatever, first drive.
The
receivers also drop city. 6 drops they counted yesterday.
And let me just go ahead and say sorry for saying Zay Jones being so great last week. Because he did have a great week last week. 2 receptions on 7 targets for 16 yards this week.
I'm sorry, there was 5 drops by the Jaguars on Sunday per PFF. And per PFF, there was a total of 25 drops all year. A fifth of the drops came on Sunday.
Jesus Christ.
Just an embarrassment. I am over this franchise. I've been on Draft Talk. I'm over it. As you heard, I just dropped my phone or put my phone on the table. Don't give a shit. I'm over the Jaguars. It is draft season. They're not winning the division. If you guys think you were going to win a division, come to me. I'll bet you right now we're not winning a division. We are not coming close to winning this division. How the hell are we going to stop Derrick Henry next week? We play the Titans.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
And then the week after, guess who we play? We play the Cowboys. And then guess what? We play the Jets, who have actually looked pretty damn good with Mike White at quarterback.
The Texans? And then the Titans again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's the Titans.
No, you're right. You're right.
Yeah, Titans and
I was
Cowboys.
just saying Texans and then Titans again to end the
Zeke
season.
Elliott and Tony Pollard are each gonna have 200 yards on us. Start them up in fantasy a week. Finish first round of the playoffs.
Here's the stat for you.
God, I hate this defense.
You ready for this?
Sure.
The Jaguars have 3 forced punts in 3 games. Can you believe that?
And since there was none last game
in 3 games,
there was maybe one against the Ravens. I don't even remember Ravens punting. When I come to think of it,
they probably did once, and then the Chiefs probably did once.
Oh my God, I forgot we played the Chiefs. Oh God.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That is awful.
How the fuck do we go from such a high against the Ravens to such a low against the Lions? What the fuck?
I'm gonna give credit. I'm gonna give credit to one person and one person only.
No one deserves any positive.
I don't care. I'm giving Dewey his credit.
For what?
For sucking so bad last year that we hated him and we wanted him off the team, to actually playing back into a spot to where he's actually been okay.
Fine, sure, but I mean, whatever. He did only one we played this year, but no, it was the Ravens game.
Yeah, he's had a couple big tackles at least to save our asses. Rayshon Jenkins has actually made a couple tackles, but no, the defense as a whole is just ass ahoy. And I don't understand how we can back a GM or a defensive coordinator who have no idea what the hell they're doing, apparently.
See, and this goes back to my thing. Is it players or scheme? Because if it's scheme, then Caldwell needs to go. If it's players, Balky got to go. Balky's got to go regardless. I'm over this, man. He's blown through $100 million in 2 years. And for what? One of the worst defenses in the league?
I mean, okay, so just answer the question, right? Just real quick. Players or scheme? What is it?
I think it's scheme. Caldwell's got to go.
I think Caldwell's fucking up. I mean, there are some guys on this team.
I saw someone tweet, don't interview anyone with the name Caldwell.
God dang it. I really think that, some of these guys just need better guidance in what they're doing.
I mean, the offense is okay, but man, when the offense is down 21 points, like the snap of a finger, it's like you're putting too much pressure on Trevor at that point.
Yeah. All right, I'm done. I'm fumbling over my words just because I'm so upset. I'm sorry.
I should have stuck with my prediction of the Lions over the Jags. I don't know why I do that. I kept flip-flopping. I'm like, whatever. I'm done with this franchise. I'm not picking them the rest of the year. And that includes Texans games.
Yeah. Oh, and also the running game. Like we mentioned it before, but just what do we have total? 95 total yards.
Hasty didn't get a touch.
That was Lawrence. Hasty didn't get a touch. Snoop Connor had one in garbage time. I don't know, man. I can't. No more today. We'll do it next episode and just complain more.
Oh,
We've got
God.
the Titans coming up next. I'm sure we'll get
Derrick
lambasted.
Henry, God damn it! I'm so glad I don't play Derrick Henry in fantasy.
We'll pull one of those. We'll start the game.
Bro, we are everyone's get right game.
Yeah, we'll start the game. It'll be like, oh, okay.
What's the spread on this game?
Not a bad start, and then we'll get smacked.
What's the spread? Let's check the spread real quick.
Is this any of that right here? Is this the spread? Yeah.
Oh, it's Tennessee minus 3.5. Oh, you bet your ass I'm betting the Titans. I'm doing that right now, actually.
Over under 41.5.
Over. Titans will get 42 themselves.
I'm the only one who picked the lines. I'll say that. But the score
to be
was
fair, I
completely
switched.
wrong.
I switched completely. I should have never
Yeah,
switched.
that's your fault.
Yeah. All right. Over under or minus 3.5. I'm locking up the Titans right now, on air.
Can you think of someone in free agency that is going to be a free agent next year that could help the Jaguars on defense? Like just one person.
Jesus Christ.
Okay, well, yeah, Jesus would be really cool.
Okay, but to be serious, let's see. First off, I see Jesse Bates, safety from Cincinnati, would be a very nice addition. Jimmy Ward, safety from San Francisco. Let's see what corner. James Bradbury would be a nice addition via corner. I'm trying to see how old Deion Jones is before saying his name. Spell track's taking forever.
Yeah, it's taking forever for me too.
But look, the thing is,
Yannick Ngakoue.
We should have never let him go to begin with, but
Well, that's a different story, yeah.
you gotta fix this team through the draft. You can't just expect free agency signings because we tried. Thing is, you gotta fire Balky. Oh my God! Don't make me bring the clown face back.
Literally made me say you took the words out of my mouth. I was gonna say if we have to build through the draft, we have to fire Trent Baalke. The guy has proved he can't do it. So
I'm gonna have to bring the clown face back.
Hey, I've got the picture still.
What picture? Oh, a picture of me in the clown outfit. I think I do too. Fuck that bitch, man. I'm over him. I am over this franchise. How is Shad Khan still like okay with this?
He doesn't give a crap. That's why.
You know what I'll say?
What will you say?
I want to see how Doug rebounds from a blowout. I want to see how Trevor rebounds from a blowout with a competent head coach. I could be losing money here just betting on the Titans minus 3.5. I just did that, so I hope I lose money. But personally, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Titans will take care of business because they're also not going to be playing happy that they fired their general manager. Well, some players might be. Some players will be happy that he's gone. But I trust Mike Vrabel.
Yeah, he's done some good things this year.
And Derrick Henry just owns us, so I don't know. As of right now, I don't think the Jaguars stand a chance against Titans, and I think that spread is a little BS that it's that low. Wow. Like, Derrick Henry has not done well in the last few games, but man, I don't care. He's already at 1,000 yards. He's still got 7 games to go. Like, it's actually disgusting. So he didn't run the ball much against the Eagles because they're getting blown out. So I don't know.
This will be their rebound game, you know.
Yeah, and everyone gets right against the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's just a fact. So sorry, Duval. We're probably taking an L to the Titans. We have not beaten them in Tennessee since 2013. So it's been almost 10 years.
Yeah, this is sad. You know.
Obama was president when the last time the Jaguars.
What year was it again?
2013.
Yeah, 13. God, we were freshmen in college.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Yeah. So.
Well, okay. We've gone a lot of negative there with the Jags, but, you know, that's been the season. And our word of the last couple weeks, roller coaster. That's how the season's been.
Oh, this roller coaster has crashed and burned.
It hasn't been great. I'll say that. I'm smelling my candle to give me some positivity. It smells good. Do you like it?
I was going to say, what the hell kind of cookie smell is that?
Yeah, it's a sugared snickerdoodle. Delicious.
Speaking of cookies.
Speaking of cookies.
Not really cookies, but.
It's a holiday. You know, we'll transition to holiday stuff. So, last episode, if you listened to the end of my local update, I talked about Christmas lights. Do you ever go look at Christmas lights?
Occasionally.
The Gervin ones?
No, the one on Beauclair.
No.
I've been on the Beauclair one because George lives out there, so I just go. I drive by. I don't even fucking walk. I see it all. I'm walking. I'm going 5 miles an hour, so I'm stopped because everyone's crossing the road. So I just look up, make sure I don't hit anyone first, and then look. I see. Okay, cool.
Those are nice ones. I like those. Well, I just wanted to touch on a couple things that are going on around Duval this weekend. The Zoo Lights starts this Friday at 6 p.m. This is a great event just to go out to the zoo because who doesn't love going to the zoo? But it's the zoo at night. I don't know why, but just going to the zoo at night just makes everything seem cooler. You do have to pay for tickets for that, but it is a cool little event to go check out. The Very Shrimply Christmas presented by the Law Office of Ron Scholes and Fun for First Coast Kids. That is going to be at the baseball grounds. This is an event that the Shrimp hosts, and they are inviting families to kick off the holiday season with the 5th annual Very Shrimply Christmas event. So at this event, it's first of all, it's only $1 per person at Home Place Gate. Who doesn't love only spending $1 for something? Free parking and
I prefer $0, but $1 I can manage.
$1 I can manage. You can get pictures with Santa, make some holiday crafts. There are vendor tables with treats and visit from Jumbo Shrimp mascots Southpaw and Scampy. And the video board out in the outfield will be playing holiday movie classics. Concessions, holiday treats, refreshments are available. And of course, the Jumbo Shrimp souvenir store will be open. So if you want to get any gifts for the holiday season, who doesn't love some good shrimp gear? Did you see their new Miami Vice jerseys?
I have not seen them. No.
Oh, they're like black with the pink and blue accents, just like kind of like the Heat ones. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I might actually buy one of those. We all got to get group jerseys, though. You know, Dimes on Duval jerseys.
I think I'd rather spend money elsewhere for the podcast.
True, yeah. Actually, I have some stuff in mind, but we'll talk about it after the episode.
Sounds good.
Last thing I wanted to mention, this has been kind of a shorter episode, but I do want to mention the 2022 Gingerbread Extravaganza. And I'm sure a lot of you haven't heard of this, but this is actually the 20th iteration of this. That's a good picture. Sorry, Mike showing me a picture of myself. This is amazing. This is at Old St. Andrew's Church in downtown Jacksonville. It's right around the arena. Excuse me. And this starts on December 8th, so that's coming up in one day when you're listening to this, and it ends on December 27th. This church gets transformed into a winter wonderland with a bunch of different gingerbread houses. So basically, you go in there and you look at all of the different ones. I went a couple years ago, and they made a game out of it where you had to find certain features on each gingerbread house. It's really cool. It's like a little scavenger hunt. Once you finish the scavenger hunt, you get a prize or something at the end. But it's a really fun thing. It's $11 per person as an adult. Children 4 through 11 is $5, and under 4 is free. So, again, date night. Looking for something to do, got kids, you're looking for something to do, those are a couple items that you can check out, as well as the Christmas lights I mentioned before. Mike, do you have anything else to add? I do have one thing about our sponsor, but do you have anything else?
I do not. I'm just ready to go get some dinner, and yeah, no. By the way, we'll see, obviously we're getting the holiday season, so if we miss an episode, just understand
know,
why.
Yeah, you guys will understand.
I'm pretty sure everyone will understand why if it's the holiday season. So just a heads up in case we do miss an episode or two.
Absolutely. Mike, have you noticed that somebody bought some peanut butter on Nerdy Nuts?
I mean, people buy it all the time. But
with
our card?
code?
No, I've not.
Yeah, it was.
I think I got locked out of the Diamonds on Duval email. I'm pretty sure.
Well, it was me.
Nice.
I bought the Cinna S'mores peanut butter treat, which is still available right now. Yeah, I know, right? It's the white chocolate peanut butter blended with cinnamon, which has pieces of graham cracker cookies in it, fluffy mini marshmallows, and chocolate chips. I am so stoked to try that. And you know what else I bought?
Shirt?
I bought two.
Did you buy a shirt?
No.
I saw the shirt.
I bought a different one. I bought the kitchen sink, which I don't think is available right now. Oh, wait. Let me scroll down a little bit. Kitchen sink is exactly what it sounds like. It's one of those that has everything in it. Peanut butter, caramel, chocolate chips, butterscotch chips, Heath bar, potato chips, and pretzels.
Jesus.
You've never had a kitchen sink cookie?
No.
Panera has them. They're really good. But yeah, these things are divine.
Interesting.
Yeah, so I'm excited to have some of those. If you don't have an idea to get, somebody their Christmas gift or whatever you celebrate, if you need a gift idea, Nerdy Nuts is the way to go. They've got a bunch of different flavors. They announce new flavors every Wednesday night. They drop every Sunday at 7 p.m. Use code DIMES10 to get 10% off your purchase. And we will thank you later because, we want to stay a part of them and we need to make some more sales if we want to stick around with Nerdy Nuts. Look at some of these, dude. They
all look really good.
Confetti cake, cookies and cream, birthday cake. Some of the ones that I just mentioned, the kitchen sink is limited time, and hot cocoa. I mean, it just sounds good.
I hope I don't regret betting the Titans. We'll see.
You probably will, but
I always do.
I think that's about it for us, Mike. I don't have anything else, and you said you didn't either, so let's go get some dinner, all right?
Sounds good. I do have 3 draft names here real quick since I did miss... Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's 3 since I missed the last 2 episodes and for this week.
So you say it after I sign off, right?
Yep, of course.
All right, well, thank you for listening to episode 82 of Dimes on Duval, presented by Nerdy Nuts. He's Mike Yazji. I'm Keith Menzies, signing off, and we will catch you next time.
Jalen Carter, D-line, Georgia. Peter Skoronsky, offensive tackle, Northwestern. Joey Porter Jr., yes, we're old. Cornerback, Penn State. There's a reason for those if you caught on with the episode, the theme of why I selected those 3. So, fuck you, Trent Baalke. Fuck you, Mike Caldwell. Fuck the Jags defense. And Trevor Lawrence, stay healthy.